Hey everybody. Yeah, I know. Where have I been? Um, this is what this video is about. It's been rough these last now really 4 months. Um, in December, as some of you know, I've had a toothache and I had a bout of sciatica. Uh, the toothache wasn't dealt with until January, really, and I still had problems with my back and my left side. I still went into work though, popping enough pain pills to keep me going, and that was no fun. So, January and much of February has just been me in pain, taking pain pills, and trying to just keep going because I'm also in school now. So, it has not been easy. I can barely sit anywhere for more than 30 minutes before the pain in my left side just gets to a point where I have to stand up. I've been going to work every weekend, like a whole bunch of pain pills, so I just keep going. Uh, Trying to figure out a way to pay bills and pay for my schooling at the same time, which I plan to go do today. Thankfully, the school is like, oh, no, pay when you can. And that's been hard. I've been having to rein in spending as much as I can. So I guess today I'll go by and I'll pay some money to the school. The other thing that's been going on is that ever since mid-February, late February, I just wasn't feeling very good. Still going to classes, still going to work until last Thursday, I started feeling really bad. I wasn't sure what the heck was wrong. Started having problems sleeping at night, waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and just couldn't get back to sleep. And then to make matters worse, I was in so much pain that I just couldn't move really. My left side was just aching constantly. And then it would be like I'd have muscle spasms and cramps all throughout my left leg. And I finally figured out, oh man, I must have the flu because I was having chills at night and I felt like I had a fever. So I called up work and said, hey, look, I'm not feeling very well. And actually ended up going to my job on a Saturday because I wasn't sure because I called in, spoke with one of the managers, and then never got a response beyond, okay, let me patch you over to another manager who's back of the house, and never got in contact with them because I was sitting there for 20 minutes waiting for somebody to answer the phone again. So I went to the job on Saturday, this past Saturday, and boy, did they just kind of like, okay, look, okay, we get it, you're sick, you gotta go, you gotta go. And boss is pretty much like, look, don't bother coming in this weekend coming up because you're sick and you look terrible. And he was up, Bill was up front with me, like, look, no, don't come back here until you're well, because you can't be around food and you coughing and sick. And that's the weird thing. I wasn't coughing, I wasn't sneezing. I was only having chills on occasion. So I was like, well, okay, this is the weakest bout of the flu I've ever had. And I meant that because I rarely ever get sick. I'm like, once every few years, I might catch a cold enough to, I don't know, to be down for a few days. The closest bout I've had of sickness so far was back in December with the sciatica. I just couldn't come into work for 2 weeks because I could barely move without being in a lot of pain. So on Sunday, this Sunday that has just passed, I went to what they call immediate care and was there for over an hour. Why? because apparently I have COVID. Yeah, they did the nose swab, they took some blood, all this in immediate care, yeah. Doctor comes in and says, hey, look, we run the test, you've got COVID. And I know this is going to sound crazier than usual, but yeah, I started laughing. Why did I start laughing? Not because I'd lost my mind, but I guess it just felt like a really big sense of irony, because we've been dealing with COVID-19 now ever since 2019, really. And I've never taken sick. Been around people who had COVID, wasn't walking around with a mask on. You know, I was just being me. And here we are now, really about a total of 5 years later. And here we are with this. So I had a good laugh for about a minute or so. And he said, okay, you're going to have Plaxvid, and just take it easy. So not only did I get Plaxvid, but I also got cough syrup. You know how many years it's been since I've had cough syrup? I haven't taken cough syrup probably since I was in my early 20s. Because that's kid stuff to me. You know, you give kids cough syrup. And I haven't taken any of it yet. Because I don't need it. I'm not coughing. I'm not having coughing fits, I'm not having trouble breathing. All of the stuff I used to hear about COVID, not having any of it. And I'm wondering, okay, you know, matches some of the symptoms, especially the pain that the doctor up front told me. He said, look, this is why you're in a lot of pain, because you basically got a fever, and COVID does cause a lot of body aches and pains, so that's why your left side is hurting so damn much. So once we get rid of the COVID, your pain should reduce dramatically. And so then I'm left with, okay, where did I get COVID from? And I could not figure out where. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sitting hurts. I'm hurting right now, okay? So if I lean back or it's because I'm having muscle spasms and it hurts like fucking hell. It really does. And I've informed my family and everything, let them know what's going on. So I got prayers going on. If y'all want to pray for me, please, because I really do need it. So by Monday of next week, I should be going back into class. As far as whatever I'm going to do about the pain that I'm still in, hell if I know. I'm actually supposed to be in physical therapy right now, but because of COVID, I had to call in and say, hey, look, I can't come in. I'm very ill at the moment, and I'll see y'all on Monday. Okay, so I've had to totally put off my life. I've pretty much been putting off my life for the last 3.5 weeks, because other than going to work there and class, I've just had no energy to do anything. And I can't sit up here and look up news stories and do other things and make videos when I just feel like absolute dog shit. My thought process when I first found out I had COVID was like, oh, I'll make a video series about this, tell you what's going on every day. Nothing's happening every day. I'm not bedridden. The worst thing is basically after dealing with pain for a few hours, for at least an hour or two, I then have to go lay down because I just feel exhausted and tired. And laying on my stomach is about the only way that the pain lessens to a point where I feel like, okay, pain's subsided a good bit. Yeah, even pain pills it's just not doing much anymore. And so, and gabapentin, I'm taking that too. I'm lucky at least a couple hours a day I'm not in a lot of pain. And I'm just relaxing enough to lay down and go, okay, I'll look at some stuff on my phone, and then I'll take it from there. And that's literally what I've been doing the last 7 days. The last few days is just laying around because I hurt so much. If I have to go out, I try my best to go to a store that's not too far from my house because my leg hurts so much. It's like driving in pain. It's literally, that's all it is. It's just driving while I'm in a lot of pain. Well, hopefully by Monday things will be better. And I know I got to go into class. I had to call up my teacher. I had to literally go into the school a few days back on Monday and talk to my teacher. And, I had on a mask and everything. And I was like, look, here's what's going on with me right now. And he's like, okay. I mean, he was so chill with it. He was like, okay, look, I'll email you the instructions for the lesson. That never happened. It hasn't happened so far. I've been checking my email every other day. So I'm just going to have to wing it and look up the classes, look up the assignments online, and hopefully I can get into the system and do what I got to do. All right, folks. So, quick update for those of you who don't feel like watching the rest of the video. I've been in pain constantly this last 4 months, and now I've got COVID and slowly getting over that. And hopefully I'll be able to get back to making videos at some point. Other than that, it is what it is. If I've got enough energy or things have gone well enough, I'll give you guys an update as to how I'm dealing with the COVID situation and everything else. All right, folks, I'm hurting too much. Everybody take care. Have a blessed day. Blessed year, blessed week. Trump won, yay.